Hi everyone and welcome back. So today I have a first impression on this product, and this is one of the Retro Luxe metallic lip kits from Makeup Revolution. It's a bit of a mouthful. So this is one of the metal kind of matte lip kits that they came out with, and this is in the shade We Rule. So these are basically kind of meant to be dupes of the Kylie lip kits and also the kind of Kylie Metal Mattes, which I will be comparing this to towards the end of the video. So there are 3 shades, but I only got the one, and this is kind of the more champagne-y gold colour. This is what I'm wearing at the moment, purely because this seemed the most neutral out of the bunch. And I hate to say it, I have tried the other kind of matte lip kits that Makeup Revolution came out with. I bought 3 shades of that and I really didn't like them. The liner in those was amazing, but the actual lip kit itself wasn't great. So with this, I kind of only wanted to get one to try before I decided if I wanted to get the rest. So like I said, I got the most neutral one, and this is much more of a champagne-y gold colour. So this is what it looks like in comparison, just for size comparison, next to one of the actual genuine Kylie lip kits. So it is a lot smaller, and then if I actually open up the product itself, this is one of her limited edition ones, so it is in slightly different packaging. They're more or less the same size. This one does feel a lot lighter than the actual Kylie one, but these are kind of in between, kind of like hybrid of the lip kits and the Metal Mattes. So first of all, I absolutely love the packaging of these. So they've got kind of like a rose gold lid, and then the writing is in rose gold as well. It looks a lot more expensive than it is. I believe these were £6 each, because as much as I love Kylie Cosmetics, I'm not a massive fan of the actual lip kit packaging. I do like the limited edition ones, but the general kind of black lip kit I don't like, so I actually think Makeup Revolution did a better job with the packaging. The Kylie one feels a lot more substantial. I think this is almost like plastic glass, if that kind of makes any sense, whereas this does just feel like plastic. This one's a lot cooler to the touch, whereas this one, it does feel cheaper, but that doesn't really matter because if the product's good, like I said, it's only £6 as well. So one thing that's different about this with the general kind of Kylie Metal Matte is this comes with a lip liner. I have to say, I don't like this lip liner. The standard matte lip kits Makeup Revolution do, the lip liners in those are amazing. I would say they're as good as the Kylie ones, whereas this one is very kind of waxy and hard to apply to the lip. It swatches relatively nicely, but when I actually went to apply this to my lip, there was next to no colour payoff actually coming off from the pencil. And it's actually, I know this sounds like a really silly thing to say, but it's actually a metallic lip liner. I was expecting it to be neutral. I don't know how I actually managed to get it to be metallic, so that's kind of, I was really impressed by that. I just expected a normal neutral lip liner. Very kind of similar in size to a regular Kylie lip kit. This one's a bit shorter because I've used it a lot, but they look more or less the same kind of like design wise, and so obviously you've got what colour it is on the end. So the lip liner is by no means terrible, but it's just not great, which I was a bit disappointed in because I know they can do good lip liners, because like I said, the ones in their normal lip kits are really good. And then the next thing is actually the lip product itself. There's no scent to these, which I personally like scented lip products. I know a lot of people don't, but that is just personal preference. That's not a fault of the product by any means at all. They don't even have that kind of like cheap makeup smell. There is just no scent to them whatsoever. So this is what I'm wearing today, and it's basically just a true champagne gold, kind of a hint of pink in it as well. Swatches really opaquely to the lips. It's really nice. It doesn't dry down completely matte. It kind of does feel like a gloss, but having said that, it doesn't actually say anywhere on this packet that it's meant to be matte. I think it kind of is meant to be a gloss. I actually really like the packaging of these metallic ones as well. It's like a true rose gold, whereas the normal ones were just kind of standard plain packaging. And they have kind of played on the whole lip kit theme with the lip design on the front. So these are kind of obviously meant to be a rip-off, but they are really good because the Kylie ones are $29, which is about £20, and these are £6 each. One thing I didn't like about this was the wand itself. It is quite firm. It's not particularly fluffy when you actually go to apply the product to your lips, whereas the Kylie ones, they are really fluffy, and there is an ever so slight bend to them, so it is easy to actually apply the product. But other than that, that's kind of the only drawback I have to this product. I do really like it. Okay, so now moving on to how much of a dupe it is for the genuine Kylie Metal Mattes. So these are kind of meant to be a dupe for the King K and Air Metal Mattes, which I've said it before and I'll say it again, the Metal Matte lip kits from Kylie Cosmetics are my favourite product that she's ever done. So I will be completely honest, I prefer the Kylie Cosmetics ones for a few reasons. They are genuinely better products. I prefer the smell, I prefer the brush, I prefer the shade ranges of them, and they are ever so slightly more opaque than the Makeup Revolution one. However, the Makeup Revolution one is still a really good product. I would say this is kind of like a 10 out of 10, whereas the Makeup Revolution is probably a 7 or an 8. So it is a very good kind of copy, but it's not as good as the original, if that makes sense. sense. So the first one I'm going to compare it to, and I will have close-up swatches now, is King K, and this is much more a true gold. And on the swatches now, this is the one that's closest to the Makeup Revolution one. And then the last one is Air. I think this is the one that he was trying to dupe the most. This is kind of much more of a champagne colour. So if you were kind of to mix King K and Air together, this is basically the colour you would get. So in terms of if I would recommend this as a dupe for the Kylie Cosmetics one, I would say this is as close as you're going to get on the high street to finding something that's more or less identical. Like I said, the shade range is definitely in the same family, but it isn't an exact colour dupe for one of the Metal Matte lip kits. The formula is ever so slightly less opaque. I also do like that it does come with a lip pencil. Even though the lip pencil isn't great, it is nice that they've included that. It doesn't dry completely matte, but then again, neither do the Kylie Cosmetics ones. And on this one, it doesn't actually state on the packaging that it's a metal matte lipstick. Unlike the Kylie ones, I think you kind of, because it's a dupe, you kind of just assume it's going to be matte. So overall, I would actually really recommend this product if you've not tried any Kylie Cosmetics ones, or if you do really like her metallics. I just think that it is nice to have a high street alternative, especially for something that is so much cheaper than the regular ones. So her regular lip kits, like I said, retail for about £20, and the metal mattes, I think they're around £10 each, so there's not that much of a price difference. However, you do get a liner, and that's not taking into account shipping and taxes with Kylie Cosmetics. I do think Makeup Revolution is also available in the States, where obviously you wouldn't get the taxes for ordering from Kylie Cosmetics, so I think it's kind of going to be a very similar price point in the States compared to over here. I hope that makes sense. So overall, I would really recommend this one. Bear in mind, it isn't an exact shade dupe for Kylie Cosmetics, nor is it an exact product dupe, but it is still really good. It's just not exceptional like the Kylie ones are. But like I said, I think that's me being a bit biased, because as I've said, the metal mattes are my favourite kind of product from Kylie Cosmetics ever, so I went in with really high expectations for these. So I hope you found that useful, and I'll see you next time.